Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
There's a shot fired. I think he shot himself in his leg. Move!
New video tonight shows the moments leading up to a deadly shooting in East Hartford yesterday. Police say a teenage boy shot himself in the leg while running from police. And this all spiraled out of control from an investigation into an unpaid restaurant bill. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. The video was just released, so let's go through it step by step. We first see the 17-year-old speak with police at Main Street and Orchard Street. Officers were asking about an unpaid bill at AAA Diner. They talk for about 3 minutes in the video. Then the teen asks to call his mom while being checked for weapons by an officer.
Now, seconds later, he takes off. You can see the officer run behind him, and they both run across Main Street, and the teen turns left on Orchard Street by Bailey Plaza. Then the officer hears a single gunshot, and we're going to take up from the moment immediately following that shot.
I heard a gunshot. Shots fired, shots fired.
Now, the officer turns the corner, takes out his service weapon, and finds the teen on the ground. Police say he shot himself in the right leg, and he later died during surgery at St. Francis Hospital.
And because of his age, police have not released his name. It's also important to note here, officers never used force in this case. We can see it in the video, and the case is still under investigation.
Boy, such a hard story. All right, we're going to pivot here and take time for a first check on the weather. And things are finally about to get summery around here.
It's about time. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank for a first look at the forecast. Rachel.
Yeah, today was just the start of our warm up. We made it up close to 70 degrees. Tomorrow will be around 80. But later this week, we've got highs in the 80s to near 90 degrees. So take that time. Think, am I ready for this? You got the shorts, you got the AC units in the windows, because this is going to be a stretch of weather where you'll want to have everything ready to go. Temperatures right now are in the 50s to right around 60 degrees. Overnight lows will dip back into the 40s to around 50. It will be a nice, refreshing start to the day tomorrow. So if you want to open up those windows tonight, get the cool air circulating through your home, I don't think you'd regret it. We'll start the day off in the 50s tomorrow morning. Bright sunshine. We're in the mid 70s by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we'll see high temperatures right around 80 degrees. And again, this is just the beginning of our warming trend that will get even more impressive. Our first 90+ degree day on the way for later this week. We'll take a closer look. Your full forecast is coming up.
All right, sounds good, Rachel. Thank you. Right now, Vernon police are looking for a person who police say assaulted a man on a bus. Police say the assault happened Wednesday afternoon right at the intersection of Talcottville and Wilshire Roads at the bus stop.
Fox 61's Jamel Johnson has concerns from one man who rides the bus almost every day.
For some people, riding the bus is the only mode of transportation they have. That's why a frequent bus rider that I talked with wants to see more safety measures in place to keep passengers safe.
It's very unfortunate what happened to him. I'm not very happy about it.
That's what Sal Volpe said after he learned that someone assaulted a 69-year-old man on the same bus line he takes every day.
No elderly man should be assaulted by anybody, regardless of what the circumstances or their age, and that needs to be thoroughly dealt with and pursued by the right agencies.
Police have not been able to identify the man in the assault, but have posted a picture of him on the bus standing in the middle of the aisle. The man appears to be wearing a button-up shirt with khakis and an over-the-shoulder small backpack.
I feel that the bus transportation should be free of that, and you should be able to ride safely and feel assured that your safety and security is paramount. It makes some people fearful of riding the very same buses.
Volpe says he will occasionally get an Uber, but the bus is his primary mode of transportation. He says something like this could change how safe he feels riding it.
To a degree, but I feel assured that as long as I'm in the right place and knowing what's going on around me, that I can be able to have an escape plan in case something should happen if I need to get off the bus due to something that makes me feel fearful of riding it at that moment.
As a frequent rider, Volpe believes more needs to be done to enhance the safety of people on the bus.
They would have to monitor areas that are prone to where the cameras cannot pick up a clear view, and will also prevent further instances of bad things happening to good people on those buses.
Police did not say if the man who was assaulted was injured in any way, and they did not say if they have any leads to make an arrest. But if you saw anything or know of anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to Vernon Police. In Vernon, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
All right, we have new details tonight about the future of the Hartford XL Center, or should we say, yes, we should now say, People's Bank Arena.
The name change was announced today, and management there let our cameras in to see the renovations that have already begun.
Fox 61's Valerie Moravi asked people around Hartford how they feel about the changes.
Yeah, well, it's been 5 decades of great memories for people from all over the state at the former XL Arena, but now officially named People's Bank Arena.
This is what the former XL Center looked like. And now, the home of the Yukon basketball, the Hartford Wolfpack, and hockey has a new name, and soon, a new concourse.
Well, I think it's terrific. It's a capital city, and we should do big things.
Nancy Macy has seen the evolution of the arena throughout the years. She says this change was overdue.
It sounds good. I mean, we want more basketball, we want more events, more whatever it is. That's what sustains the restaurants and hotels.
The new People's Bank Arena got its historic change due to a 10-year partnership among People's Bank, Oakview Group, and the Capital Region Development Authority, aiming to bring growth and stability to the city of Hartford. The $145 million redevelopment project will include new seating options for 16,000 people, in addition to 5 banquet suites and lodge seating for better guest experience.
We're going to have maybe 12, 15 additional concerts here once you get this amazing facility refurbished, and what that means. And as you maybe know, a few of us thought this might be a pretty nice place for the Connecticut Sun to play a few games as well.
Jeremy Howard wants more infrastructure improvements around Hartford to support the guest experience and keep people near the arena.
I think that's good to get people down here walking around. The problem with that is there's really no infrastructure for them to do anything. There's no real shopping. There needs to be more infrastructure for people to do stuff, to come out and stay in the city instead of leaving after work and coming to a game and then getting on the highway and leaving immediately.
Meanwhile, officials say the multi-million-dollar improvement will not only bring new activities to the area, but more housing to the heart of Hartford.
The retransformation is just gonna be incredible. We've got to rally around the Hartford Civic Center again as a state. And I think you're going to be very, very proud come October when you see the retransformation of the arena.
Now, renovations are expected to be completed by the fall, just in time for college basketball season. In Hartford, Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.
All right, Valerie, thank you. Well, police have released the name of the 63-year-old pedestrian hit and killed by a driver in West Hartford last night. Stephen Mendelson of New Britain was hit at the intersection of New Britain Avenue and South Main Street around 10 last night. Police found him unresponsive when they got there. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver was identified as Alexis Wilson of Bristol. Police are asking anyone with information on what happened to come forward.
We have calls out to learn more about a double stabbing investigation in New Haven. It happened around 2 this afternoon on Grand Avenue and Lloyd Street. Police say both victims suffered injuries not believed to be life-threatening, but we'll keep you updated as more information comes in.
And a new report finds Governor Lamont's top aide misused a state vehicle for nearly 2 years. Jonathan Daitch used a state car for personal trips and drove it at speeds over 90 miles per hour multiple times. Now, the car was returned with damage Daitch says he can't explain. He is leaving his role this week. He will repay over $3,400, and the case has been referred to the state ethics office.
A traffic alert now. Construction started today on the Commodore Hull Bridge, but while crews work out there, trucks over 32 tons need to stay far away. The Commodore Hull carries Route 8 over the Housatonic River in Shelton and Derby. Lane shifts will go into place in both directions. Northbound on-ramps from Howe Avenue and Keene Street may close. Overnight work runs from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Expect delays and detours ahead.
And we've learned more about a small plane crash off the coast of Branford yesterday morning. Investigators now say that Piper PA 32300 set down off the coast of Outer Island. That is the farthest southeast island in the Thimble Island archipelago, 8 miles away from Tweed New Haven Airport. And we're told the pilot actually dialed 911 on his cell phone after the water landing. He managed to give his precise coordinates before the plane sank. The pilot and his passenger were rescued from the water about a half an hour after the crash, sometime around 11 a.m. They were treated for hypothermia, but are expected to fully recover. Boaters we talked to around Branford said this all could have ended much worse.
Terrible tragedy, and to have a positive outcome is what people have been talking about. Hat tip to the first responders. It was incredible that they were able to get there so quickly and get the guys from the water. That was real credit to them.
The plane was airborne for only 12 minutes. The FAA is responsible for figuring out what malfunctioned and how the crash happened. The identities of the pilot and his passenger have not been made public. The plane is owned by a limited liability company based in Newtown.
In Waterbury now, workers have been busy cleaning up an oil spill. It's a residential oil spill, but still it's raised some concerns, environmental concerns, that is. Environmental services crews are digging up contaminated soil and installing monitoring wells at 3 Hamilton Avenue properties. Roughly 300 gallons of oil leaked from a basement tank and spread through groundwater over the weekend. Deep says it could have reached a nearby pond that feeds the Mad River. Right now, there are no threats to the drinking water. We're told cleanup costs will likely fall on the homeowners.
The Pride flag is flying over West Hartford tonight as the town kicked off a month-long celebration with a flag raising at the Unity Green. Well, today marks the start of the 6th year of Hartford Pride. People came out to honor the LGBTQ+ community and share what Pride means to them. This year's theme is Stand Our Ground. It was chosen to reflect the committee's message of visibility and resilience in the face of legislation they call discriminatory.
Today is a day for celebration. This month is a month for celebration, honoring and uplifting everybody in our community, including everybody here. I'm with you. You're with me. We will never quit on people. We are never going to surrender, no matter how much they try to bully us. And we are never, ever going to back down.
The flag raising kicks off a month of events culminating in the main festival on June 21st. Now, that event will feature live music, drag performances, and a rally outside Town Hall centered on youth and equality. Fox 61 is a proud media sponsor of the 6th Hartford Pride Festival, and we'll have a booth there on June 21st.